What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Goodfire Brewing Company, and they're out of Portland, Maine, and this is their Coconut Kreme. So this is an Imperial Stout that is brewed with lactose and cacao nibs, then aged on toasted coconut and more cacao nibs. Comes in at 9.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 4 months old. And I'm going to give a huge thanks and shout out to a viewer of the channel, Caleb, for hooking me up with this one. So thank you very much, good sir. I'll post a link in the description box to all the beers that Caleb hooked me up with in the form of a beer mail. And yeah, he sent me some great beers. And the first thing I want to do here is apologize, though, to Caleb. When he sent me this one, it was about 2 months old. I had some personal/medical issues that got put on the back burner for a couple months. So right now, this one's 4 months old. Not super fresh, but it is an Imperial Stout. It's been in my fridge ever since Caleb sent it my way. And I think we're going to be fine. He sent me a couple hop-forward beers that I've already reviewed. I don't know when I'm going to post them exactly or what order. And one of them was from Goodfire. It was actually a collaboration between Goodfire and Foundation. It was their Lotus Eater. And even with 3.5 months old, with 3.5 months of age on it and being that old, it was still pretty solid. I mean, I think I give it like a 3.6 out of 5. So yeah, anyway, this one, I'm ready to dig into this one because if you follow the channel, you know I'm a coconut fiend. And this one has toasted coconut, it has cacao nibs, lactose, big 9.5% Imperial Stout. Yes, let's do it. So I'm gonna crack this one open. This has been out of the fridge now for about an hour. I wanted to bring it to almost room temperature. It's like high 60s down here, almost 70. It's probably in like the 60, 65 range. So we'll see. Anyway, let's give it a pour. Oh yeah. It's not pouring out super viscous and like oily or anything, but definitely looks like an Imperial Stout of some sort. We'll stop right there so I can get my schnoz in there. I love the logo, very simple. Coconut Kreme. It's a coconut that is covered in chocolate. Like, what's more to say? So, yeah, it actually pours out a pitch black color. That's how it's going to look on camera. It has about a finger of this, we'll just say a straight up brown colored head. It was creamy looking, somewhat soap sudsy, but mostly creamy. It is now dissipating to a thin film, probably because of the coconut and the cacao nibs wreaking havoc on that head. Anyway, let's get a nose. Oh, it smells nice. I'm actually getting more of the chocolate than anything. Yeah, tons of chocolate. Ooh. I'm actually getting a lot of vanilla too. I'm really not getting much coconut on the nose. It almost smells like a chocolate vanilla kind of Imperial Stout. The base stout has this nice roasty kind of component to it, almost like a coffee roast with like a slight char to the malt character. A little bit of dark fruit in there, some molasses, but also a little bit of black licorice, touch of black licorice. But on top of that is a lot of chocolate, sweeter vanilla. It just smells like a sweet Imperial Stout. Not like super sweet. I don't think it's gonna be cloying because there's enough of that like roasty malt kind of character and like the coffee and whatnot. It smells pretty good though. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Caleb. Okay, so the coconut, definitely more prevalent on the taste, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of vanilla in here. I would say this has coconut cream on it. Now here's the thing, it's 4 months old. Maybe the coconut has kind of faded a bit because I do get it on the palate, but it's not as like, for something called coconut cream, I was hoping for like a huge coconut blast. Maybe with the age, it kind of has faded a bit, but I'm getting like this really big vanilla character and it's really nice. 9.5%, this is like lower side of full to medium full, really nice body. Definitely something that's almost approaching 10%. Body's great. The mouthfeel, I thought it might be a little bit too carbonated and maybe the all the adjuncts would kind of mess with the mouthfeel. It's soft, it's smooth, it's creamy, it's moderately carbonated. I think the body and mouthfeel are pretty fantastic, actually. The taste, though, it's just a sweeter Imperial Stout. Right at the forefront, I get chocolate mixed with vanilla, and that carries on throughout the entire palate. Underneath, there's an Imperial Stout base there that has like a nice roasty malt character. There's a little bit of like a coffee roast as well. Touch of dark fruits and molasses. And then the coconut kind of gives me a kiss on the back of the palate. Again, it finishes to the sweeter side of things. There's really no bitterness to speak of in this beer, but it's not cloying. I've taken, what, 4 or 5 sips, and it's definitely sweet, but I'll be able to polish off the rest of that can with no problems. I don't think I could drink a couple of these, but at 9.5%, I would not recommend doing so. Yeah, finish is sweet, no bitterness, not really a bunch of dryness to speak of. Here's the thing, 9.5%. This is fucking voodoo in terms of hiding the alcohol. Absolutely no astringency on the palate, no warming into the chest. I would guess if I was doing this blind, probably 9% because the body is, it has a thickness to it, almost a syrupy consistency, which is why I said low to medium body. But taste-wise and like alcohol detection here, no, I would guess like 6.5, 7. This does not have any alcohol, and that's crazy for almost 10%. That's crazy. So the negatives to this one is the coconut isn't as boisterous as it probably was fresh. Caleb, you can speak to that. Let me know in the comments how fresh how coconut heavy was this beer when it was fresh. I'd imagine, probably more so than what I'm drinking. I do like the kiss of coconut on the back end, but even though here's the thing, if I was to rate this a style, I'd probably give this like maybe a 4 out of 5, just because I'm not getting a lot of coconut, and I'd want more coconut for something that says coconut cream. But I rate to personal preference, and I'm loving the chocolate and vanilla character in this. Like I said, it almost has like, I don't know, just like a chocolate, it's like a chocolate vanilla Imperial Stout, and it's done extremely well. Even though that's not what they're going for, and this is what the beer has morphed into for me, I'm still really digging this one. So I'm going to have to give it an appropriate rating. So for my own personal enjoyment preference, I'm going to give Coconut Kreme from Goodfire a high 4.25 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.3 out of 5. This is fucking delicious. This is good stuff. Again, the coconut is a little bit lost. I only get a little bit of it, but like that vanilla character probably coming from the lactose, and maybe just, I don't know, just from the base beer. I don't know. There's a lot of vanilla in here, even though there's no vanilla, and it just makes for a fucking fantastically tasting beer. Like there's not much more to say about it. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Price point and availability, I have no idea. I'd imagine these are probably brewery only or in and around Portland, Maine bottle shops and beer stores. Caleb, let me know. Same thing with the price point. I have no idea. I would guess, and I always say, don't guess, just let Caleb come in here and tell me in the comments how much you paid for it. I'd like to guess though. I would say this is probably $20 4-pack. That's probably what I'm going rate. I would say $20 4-pack. If it's much more than that, maybe 22, but probably even the $20 4-pack. If it's cheaper than that, it's a great deal. So yeah, I wish there was more coconut in here, but at the end of the day, I review the beer based on what's in the can, what's in my glass, and what's in my glass and what's in the can gives a 4.3 out of 5. So thanks again to Caleb for hooking me up with this one. Sorry that I wasn't able to get to this one sooner, but I'm still happy I was able to try something from Goodfire. I think I have one more beer from them. It's a sour. I forget the name of it, but I'm going to be really enjoying that one, I think, because I've heard good things about them. I know Caleb really enjoys them, and I've heard good things from other people. So yeah, this is a good first impression. I would say that the Foundation and Goodfire Lotus Eater would have been the first impression, but because of the age on that one and whatnot, I can't really say that was a good, that was a first impression. This is the true first impression, and even with some age on it, this beer is fucking fantastic. So thanks again to Caleb. Thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the PaTroll. To the next one. Cheers.